Well, it is that time again. You can hear the song, you can see us, you can hear us. You know that it's time for that one podcast in the entire universe of podcasts that was made just for you. It's What's Up, Big Rapids. We're your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
Before we even get into it, though, we just want you to know, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, you are a loved and valuable member of this community, and we're going to do everything we can not to waste your precious time. Right, Pat?
Yeah, that's right. And like every week, this is the best time to not waste that time. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, be a friend. We love you all.
Thank you. We're going to give you all the good stuff this week. So just do us a little favor.
Speaking of reaching those places, I had my anniversary, 20-year class anniversary this weekend.
Yeah,
my anniversary's actually coming up.
You've been telling us, yeah.
Buddy flew in from Jersey, New York. Shout out my buddy Jake, who watches every week.
Oh, no kidding.
So I wanted to start off by saying thank you, Jake. Every week we appreciate you.
Where is Jersey, New York?
He's he's right there.
Oh, he's like right there.
He works in Manhattan, Jersey, and
Jersey,
New
York
New York
area.
City area. Yeah,
cool.
No, but how you doing?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. Yeah, it's been a busy
been a while.
week since I saw you. I know it. And you know what? After last week's whole debacle, sorry again, everybody. We know the schedule of content's been a little weird this week, but still good engagement. We appreciate you guys reaching out to let us know about some stuff that's coming up.
Yep.
And
Happenings
comment, engage
comments, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, so little recap, my man. What you been up to since I saw you?
It's been a while, and even though I've seen you multiple times last week. Busy weekend. Yep, had the class reunion. That was good. Good to see some people I haven't seen in 20 years,
Was it weird or what? I've not been to
It's kind of like as you walk up, you're not sure what to expect. It's like, I don't know how to really give a definition to it, but you're walking up who's going to show up? You don't have any idea other than who's hosting it and maybe the 3 people that actually mentioned on the Facebook group that they were coming. But then, there's also some people missing that are from around here. You could have easily went. I see you all the time.
I probably have better things to do.
You're busy to do it. No, but it was good. It was good to see. I think there was, when there's 20, 25 of us,
out of that's a
quarter of the class,
yeah.
I think there's 80 of us. So it was good to see some people that we haven't seen in a while.
I graduated from Everett. I've not been to a reunion, but we had probably a similar amount of graduates, and I think our 25th is coming up. And so,
it's good to see people. I legit haven't seen any of those people, or not any, some of those people in 20 years. And it's kind of cool to see them. And
Don, you ever been to a class reunion?
I had my 30 year just last year, and no, didn't go.
Didn't go. Still
got enough wedgies in high school from those guys. Didn't need another one as a grown adult.
Oh, you don't want them to see you now as a Hulk? A hulking beefcake?
No.
Maybe you pull their underwear right over their head or something?
Yeah, dude. Hang on.
Where'd you graduate from?
Ogama Heights.
Ogama.
Okay.
West Branch.
Oh, love it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Roscommon County
by there.
and stuff, yeah.
Very nice part of the state. No, it was good. And then had a benefit for the family. Member that passed away. That was really, really good to see people kind of show out and, volunteer their funds and time and all that kind of stuff. And then I went to the movies.
Oh, yeah? What'd you see?
I seen Weapons.
I've not even heard of that.
Julie Garner horror movie about the teacher. The kids go missing in the middle of the night.
Now, Julia Garner, that's that younger...
Yeah, she played Silver Surfer.
and she was in...
Ozarks.
Ozarks, right.
Yeah, it was...
I get her confused
It's
with
a very good
Garner.
movie if you like horror movies.
Which, I don't.
It got me a couple times.
Now, did you see... You saw Fantastic Four?
Yes.
And did you see Superman?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
you're pretty well caught up there.
Yeah, no, those are great. Did you see Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Did you see it again?
I haven't seen it again yet. No? We're probably going to, though, because Noble hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I was going to say, there's one other...
I heard you went to the movies by yourself.
Yeah. In West Branch. The little West Branch Theater. For real, that's where I saw Fantastic Four.
It's interesting, because it reminded me, This Is 40, when they find out that the husband already seen Spider-Man, and all. It was so funny. Your wife was
kind of like that.
I love it.
Yeah, she tried to make me feel a little bit bad about it, but I'm like, baby, there's nothing to do up there. I'll watch it again.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll watch it
was
again.
Very good.
We went and saw something, though, recently, though. It was non-superhero. What's the other big?
Same thing my wife's seen. Freaky Friday.
That's it. Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday.
You know what?
Dom, did you see Freakier Friday too?
Great movie.
I give it this many thumbs up, and if I had another thumb, I'd give it that thumb too.
I heard it was better than the first one, possibly.
I think
maybe.
so too.
Who knows?
Because there's more going on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
More foundation to the story.
Nah, it's just more. Take my word for it. Go see it. It's fun.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be seeing that one again as soon as it comes out.
It'd be really nice once that theater gets here, so I can stop driving all down to Grand
If
Rapids.
it wouldn't have been for the storms and everything that kind of keep rolling through, it would have been it was still a really great weekend. Bud Greenman and I played up at the Hoxeyville.
That's right.
It was called Truckin' into Hoxey Festival.
Yep.
And great time. The Turnips played. Unfortunately, we played before them. And then they got 3 songs in and lightning struck. Oh. And I mean, buckets of water. We got soaked. We all, of course, pretended we didn't care. Woo! I got completely soaked. But as soon as that song was over, they're like, yeah, we got to, we're off. And that was it. So I went home soaking wet. But we got to do our bit, and it was fine. It was
there you
good.
go. You got another one coming up this weekend? Or?
Yeah, we do. What are we doing this week? Oh no, this Saturday. It's not a festival. It's if we've got any friends up north, up in the tip of the Mitt, I'm playing at Shorts Brewery up in Bellaire.
Wow, yeah.
With Austin Benzing and his Heart of Gold band. It's like a Grateful Dead tribute act. I'm playing percussion. I'm really excited about that.
That's sweet.
That should be really fun because he has a great drummer playing with us. So yeah,
very cool.
if you happen to be up that way
next weekend too.
Yeah, man, lots going on. Tie-dye festival the weekend after that. Speaking of which, we should just mention that. Don, we pull up the screen real quick because that is kind of a local thing.
It's down there.
I believe it is free to attend. The way that the tie-dye festival supports itself, as far as I understand, is by sales of tie-dye merch. Is that what you heard too?
I have heard. That is what I have heard before.
Okay.
I'm just looking.
So that's August 22nd
It is a free
and
event
23rd.
for everyone.
There you go.
And we like to keep it the way. It is solely run on tie-dye merchandise sales, volunteers, contributions, and donations.
Okay, so there you go.
Including
Confirmed.
support from local businesses. So shout out those businesses.
So anyway, that's next weekend. That's the 22nd, 23rd of August, pretty much all day, both days. There's going to be live music and vendors and events. My band, Hand of Giants, plays Saturday night
on
at
the main
7.
stage.
Yeah. Yep.
Saturday night at 7.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
That's when the Stars play.
Yeah, it's a pretty great spot, I think. Because you know what I like about it? It allows me to have a lot of fun and then still get home at a reasonable time. You know what I mean? Because this rock star likes to get to bed early.
Yeah, like the Z's.
I like my Z's.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
I try to be heading towards sleep about 9, if possible. You know what I'm saying?
I did have to go to ER on Friday night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the youngest tripped and split his knee wide open and, had a nice little gash. And
now, correct me if I'm wrong, is this kid just a little bit prone to accident prone or something?
He's got some scars. He's not that bad, though. I don't know if he's ever broke a bone or anything, but it split him open pretty bad. I was going to...
That's me knocking on wood.
Super glue with some butterflies, and it just... I seen too far down into his knee, so we're like, we should go get that sewed back together. Yeah. He's bummed. Football starts this week, and he got home last night.
A little bit.
Yeah, huh?
This will sideline him a little.
Yeah. He's been watching from the sidelines. Can't get cleared until the doctors say he can.
They're still going to use that kid. That kid is. I think he's going to be a football star at Big Rapids.
Yeah, he's getting there, man. He's putting a lot of work, and he's ready for what Big Rapids got for him. That's for sure.
Good. Big kid too, man. Jeez, I wouldn't want to be lined up on the other side from.
It did suck though. Friday night at the ER. That's parenting, right?
Oh yeah.
No, it is what it is. But yeah, what else you got going on?
Well, tell you what. Let's not waste a bunch of time because we had a great guest today.
We do.
Let's talk about what's happening around town. I did want to shout out. Because it's the 13th today when we're recording this. It's Wednesday the 13th. Tomorrow, the 14th, is the last of the recycling events at the fairgrounds. Okay, it's a tire recycling event. If you're a Mecosta County resident and you've got some tires to dispose of, this is the best way to do it. It won't cost you a thing. You can bring up to 20 tires. They do have some they're asking that you not bring like farm type tires or commercial type tires, just regular car and truck tires. But at the fairgrounds tomorrow from 3 till 6. That's Thursday the 14th, right?
Yeah, get your yards cleaned up.
Yeah,
they don't make those like beds no more anymore, right?
Out of tires. Yeah, people used to get very creative.
Fences
when you make a little tire, like a tire fence,
they could.
Make it look like the Loch Ness monster, and it was all.
They'd cut them, and man,
my grandmother did some stuff like that.
Oh, that's what a time to be alive, I'm sure. Also, here with a quick turnaround is we talked about this last week, but on Friday from 10 to 2, Angels of Action giveaway day. There will be clothes, socks, underwear available for all ages. You do not have to set up an appointment. You don't have to fill out any forms. You show up, you get some school clothes.
Yep. You can just basically look around, pick out what you think your kid needs, and take it with you. And some of the clothes are lightly used, but the socks, underwear, that stuff's all brand new. They've through partnerships with companies like Bombas, they're able to get a lot of brand new undergarments like that. So take advantage if you're feeling like your kid is not quite prepared to get back to school. This is a free resource. That's Friday the 15th, 10 to 2 at the Angels office here in Big Rapids.
200 South Stewart. So get there. Something I will be doing this weekend, actually, just because we tend to attend it often, is the annual Rodeo on the Pond.
Well, you guys get a lot of use out of that pond. I feel like you all get more use out of that pond than we get out of the river.
It's a ways away from the pond. But it's over.
But it's a way of telling people that it's in Morley.
It's a way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the great town of Morley, actually. This is over where they do the tractor and truck pulls. Starts at 7. It's going to be put on by Flying Star Rodeo. I did recently talk with Gilbert's Carpet people, and they are actually going to be there on Saturday.
Providing a whole bunch of safe landing places for people. And they get thrown from those bowls.
No, they're actually their annual red, white, and blue giveaway where they've given away rooms full of flooring and redone kitchens and all that. Mm-hmm. This year they're going to be doing it at that event because they'll be honoring the military, first responders, public service individuals.
Oh, right. And so this year it was open. Their thing was only open to veterans, first responders, et cetera. Right? So some lucky winner will get like a whole room of
luxury vinyl plank, and that's just the material, she said. And also they'll be giving away 2 large area rugs to someone in the military. Cool. So they'll be there giving away, and it's $15 for adults, $10 for kids.
Now, I remember you told me that this is the event where they got a rock band.
Yeah.
Stolen Horses or something like that?
Stolen Horses.
That's a great name for a band at a rodeo. And so what is so you go to this quite a bit. What do you like? Because I've spent my fair share of time at rodeos because when I was running around the Cardinals
as a kid. It's a good show. We were there with the whole family. And I mostly like the people who talk on the mics.
I like looking around, and I like the people who talk on the microphones.
I like the horse racing and tying. I like the spectacle that's out there with the bull riding. Man, that's all fun.
I feel bad for the horses a lot of the time.
All right,
honestly, when I'd be there,
I hear you.
I'd rather watch the tractor pulls or the derbies.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's always a good time.
No, they do a Flying Stars. Close friend of the family, and we've been to them multiple times, and so we definitely like to support them, and that's hopefully after we're still moving and still packing, and we packed up a bunch more boxes over the weekend. And,
that's right, man. You guys got this big move coming.
Yeah,
man. I've been so busy with work stuff that there's all this stuff I'd like to get done around my house. I need one section of the roof. The only section of the roof that didn't get replaced when we bought it needs to be replaced before winter. Has to be done. And there's all this stuff I can see because we have 135-year-old house at least. You know what I mean, kind of a thing. So I mean, it's been around a little while.
She's
there's
old.
always things that need to be done, and I can just see all this stuff. And I keep saying to myself like, "Oh, I'm going to get to it," but I'm not going to get to it.
You got to hire it out.
Got to hire it out. I got an almost 20-year-old son, but I can't just say, "Hey, you fix stuff that he has no idea."
TikTok and YouTube this. They'll teach you how.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly right. Well, let's talk about something else that actually is going to do some good around here. We mentioned it last week, but that Pork for a Purpose. Pork for a Porpoise. That's funny. It's Pork for a Purpose.
Yes.
That is a pig roast that's coming up on August 23rd as well. That's so that's Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah,
Next Saturday.
that's next Saturday. This is an annual event that a local family puts on to try to make a difference, to try to make a dent in some problem. And so looking at the flyer for this year, it says that the Pork for a Purpose 2025 benefit is, local families making a difference, supporting Sid the Heart Kid. That's the Gardner family and the Haskell family as well. And that is at Bill and Julie Hoisington's property in Stanwood. The address is online. It's easy to find if you look up Pork for a Purpose. They're going to have live music. They're going to have dinner around 4 o'clock. And then they've got a live auction, silent auction, all sorts of cool prizes and things to win. And so they are accepting donations for the auction. And if you want to show up and bring a dish to pass, that would be appreciated as well. There's contact info online, and we'll try to make sure that you can see that.
Mm-hmm. No, I went for the first time last year, man. And it was kind of a spectacle to see a family doing this big of an event. That, I mean, I think they might be outgrowing what they got, and I think they're prepping for even more people this year to be spreading it like this, and they're making an impact. That's for sure.
It's fantastic. We've got Church in the Park this coming week.
Yes.
Right? Or that's actually Sunday.
That's actually this Sunday.
This Sunday morning.
Coming, yep. 10 a.m.
This Sunday morning, if you happen to be jogging through Hemlock Park around 10 a.m., you're going to notice about 1,000 people, maybe more than that, actually.
People with signs.
About a 1,000-strong bunch of folks around the band shell. That is the one time a year that Res Life brings everybody out and just does one service. Normally they do 3 services every Sunday morning, but Church in the Park, they do one great service, and so that'll be 10 a.m. Sunday at Hemlock Park. Bring a chair.
Show up early if you want a good spot.
Yeah, or maybe bring a hat or an umbrella or something if you're sensitive to the sun. Yep. If it is going to get canceled, they will have mentioned it. They'll have posted about it the night before on their Facebook page.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of Res, we broke this last week, and nobody knew about it except the
a
couple people that watched it and listened to
their
show.
They may not have even announced it yet.
They did. On Sunday, they announced that there is a Res run. They're going to host their own 5K. Dom, where we running at? North End?
It's the White Pine Trail.
5K, 10K, half marathon. You can get signed up right now.
I did a half marathon on the White Pine Trail one time. That was a slog. Yeah, that's a long, straight, flat way to run out and back. You know what I mean?
Out and back.
It's basically run almost like to Paris and then just turn around and come back, something like that.
Yeah.
But
how long is a half marathon?
12
miles?
13? Yeah, 12 miles, basically.
That's a lot. We're running it, right?
No.
We're running
No, it's 13.1.
13.
Dom, don't even get your little correcting fingers out there. It's 13.1. I've run a few of them. You'd think I would know.
Yeah.
26.2 is a marathon.
That's right.
Siobhan
That's right.
is
I've
running
seen those
a
stickers
marathon
on people's cars. Yes.
in less than a month now. She's going to finally be able to check that box off. I don't think I'm ever going to bother. Honestly, I had it on my list. I wanted to run a marathon before I was 30. That didn't happen. I didn't even get close. I think we did start getting into the longer runs maybe around that time. But, man.
So about half, are you running down to Stanwood and back? I mean, is that
just whatever it
it
is. I mean, you
trail?
It just depends on the race. We've done the one down in Grand Rapids. We've done the Riverbank run even a couple of times. It's just, honestly, if you're out there more than about an hour, I'm just over it. I'm bored with it. You know what I mean? So I've just sort of decided, for me, maybe 10 Ks is where I should live. You know what I mean? Maybe that's my area, because then you can still look down on the 5Kers. You can still feel superior. I mean, I don't want to take that away from anybody. You still feel smug.
I got to do at least 2 5Ks before I try a 10K. That's for sure. So no, we'll be trying it, and we'll be running in it. So just a heads up.
Okay. Oh, we're doing this one again?
Yeah.
Pat and I did a 5K. If you guys all remember, we did a
loyal
5K
fans
basically just to support a local cause, and we did it with no training. Pat's been in the gym very consistently because Dom and him, they're in there every morning. Not me. Not me.
You said you've been working out.
Yeah, a little bit. I basically took, since COVID, I've basically taken off. You know what I mean?
You said like 2 weeks ago that
That
you were
was
back
half a
and
decade ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been 5 years since I really was serious about my an everyday regimen. But in the last few weeks, I have opened up I've gotten on the treadmill a few times. I've done a few workouts. Not much though, guys. So look,
You got a month and a half.
I'm not going to hurt myself, pat myself on the back. It's not consistent enough at all, especially when my wife's getting up every morning and going for like 6-7 mile runs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't get credit for like a little 25-minute little lifting a little
baby
weight
steps.
in the gym. But
Baby steps, man. You know that. You know that. One last thing we want to make sure we mention. We mentioned it last week, I think, for the first time, but coming up on Labor Day. Downtown Big Rapids, the 57th annual Labor Day Festival put on by the Band of Locals. This will start at 10 a.m. It'll be downtown.
it's just like 3 weeks away, huh?
Labor Day is coming in hot, which is the official end of summer.
Boo.
I know. But enjoy it. You got 3 weeks still with tons of stuff going on.
That's right. We got an Elvis impersonator coming in with his band. That's
Elvis.
Jake Slater. Raised on Radio also will be playing. That's
Very cool.
kind of one of our good local bands here that everybody knows.
2 food courts.
Whoa.
We got enough for 2. Let's go. And the full car show that's there every year too.
Yeah.
Arts and crafts. It'll be fun. I think you can still sign up if you want to get added to the
Be a vendor or something. Yeah.
and such. Reach out to Band of Locals. So
There you go. That's Monday, September 1st, the Labor Day Arts and Crafts Show. All right.
wow.
Anything else, or can we get to our guest?
I think we're good for this week.
All right. I know I told you guys last week, so it's not a surprise. Everybody already knows who our guest is, and you can see it probably right in the title. But I'm very excited because our guest today is somebody that I've served with before and have always enjoyed working with, respect as a person and as an educator and as a leader, and I think has consistently been a net positive in our community. And
Someone I just met today.
yeah, I was gonna say, Pat. I think you're going to be really happy to have met today's guest because he really does bring not only just a great vibe to the rooms that he enters, but also has just been such a positive hand at the wheel of our public school system. You guys already know who it is, but please welcome Superintendent Tim Haist.
Well, thank you. I appreciate all the kind words there, Chris. Unnecessary, but thank you.
No, all true, all 100% true. And honestly, if I would have just done even 2 seconds of prep and written something to introduce you properly, then I wouldn't have had to have been maybe so effusive. But I really believe it when I say that Big Rapids Public Schools is so lucky to be in the position that they are in. And that's only because I have had the opportunity to see what some other districts, look like and operate like, and what some of their leadership struggles are like. So having gotten to see up close and personal the way that you manage our district, Big Rapids is in such a better place than it could be. Let's just say that. So anyway,
No reason to call out other districts inside for the competition.
But we've just been just time and time again. Big Rapids just
Stays at the top.
Continues to be.
When you talk about what Big Rapids has to offer, you mention Big Rapids Public
Exactly
Schools.
right. It actually is one of the first things we mention now because it's that important to people and it's that good, and they just keep sort of outdoing themselves with different awards or different levels of that you guys are hitting. And so anyway, we wanted to get you in here not just because you are an important voice in the community, and we wanted to introduce everybody to you, but also because school's starting and we know there's always changes, especially at the beginning of the year. Just wanted to kind of see what was going on and, how things were shaping up for 2025-26 school year.
Yeah, no, again, thank you. I mean, we're fortunate. We've got a great school board. We've got great parents. We've got great teachers and staff, amazing students, and it's an incredible community. I think we've got a lot of great things going on at Big Rapids Public Schools because there's a lot of great things going on in Big Rapids, and we're just fortunate to be a part of that. And so, as we're looking at the start of the school year, we're super excited. We've been able to do a lot of positive things over the course of the summer, make some improvements to different facilities, hire some great new team members to join our staff, from administrators, teachers, parapros, and it's really been good. I want to make sure that I thank our team that has worked hard all summer long, our facilities department, our food service, our transportation, our teachers that are doing summer school, our coaches. I mean, they're working year round, and they're making sure that our kids are getting a great experience. And so I truly want to make sure we thank them and recognize them for all their hard work.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You guys, speaking of facilities, just in the last, maybe we'll come back to some of the bond projects you guys were able to do, but outside of that, you've had to, out of necessity, you've had to expand and reopen buildings that we weren't using before. Can you tell people what that, kind of some of those steps?
Yeah, I think in just the last couple of years, we had a good partnership with the ISD to keep Eastwood open as an early childhood center. Well, as we've grown, we've partnered with them so that we could move back into Eastwood full time. And so it was a community initiative years ago to have an early childhood center. And so in the last couple of years, we've been able to move our kindergarten back into that early childhood center. And now we have that building open just for our kindergarten students, which is amazing. And with sinking fund dollars, general fund dollars, we've been able to bring that building back up to the same level as all of our other schools that we were able to upgrade through the bond proposal. This year, we've also moved back into Hillcrest. It's been a couple-year process working with the ISD. And they've been a great partner. And the goal, again, is to kind of do the same thing. That building was offline for 12 years. And so it's awesome to go in there now and just to see it it looks like a new school. And it's amazing.
Looks just as nice as any of the others. And for those 10, 12 years, there was the opinion that was sort of shared amongst everybody was that it was it was hopeless or whatever, that it was not, that it was sunk. It was not worth pursuing reopening that building. And so I really appreciate that you and your building, building management operator, whatever that position is called. Ryan Akey. We can call him up.
He does an amazing
job. He was able to see the value that was there and that it wasn't impossible at all. In fact, it was pretty accessible. So now you've got 1.5 basically more buildings being open for this school year.
Well, when I began, and this is my 15th year as superintendent, which doesn't seem possible, but that was right at the time where we were closing those 2 buildings. And for many years, we functioned in just 2 elementary schools, from kindergarten through 4th grade, and we had enough space. Since we've grown, we've added 2 additions to those elementary schools, so added 8 classrooms to those elementary schools in total, and have moved back into Eastwood because of our growth. And now with this partnership, bringing Hillcrest back online, right now it's a great partnership for that to be an early childhood center for our Great Start Readiness program, preschool type programs with the ISD. But it prepares us that if someday, if we continue to grow and we need to move back into that space, we'll have that opportunity to do that as well.
It's so interesting. I grew up in not a small town or not a large town by any means, but I think it was a Class A school district, and they had, I think, 4 elementary schools, and it was K through 5. You went to elementary school, and then the middle school was 6th to 8th, and then and so already. It has always been interesting to me that in Big Rapids, they've got 5th through 8th in the middle school already. And then for us to be so burdened on our elementary schools that kindergartners, that we can't even fit those classrooms in our elementary schools anymore. So now, if you guys heard what Mr. Haist said, those are all at Eastwood, all of the elementary or all of the kindergarten. And if we keep growing, they might have to do something similar with the other building to just
bring it back up.
to make sure that we can keep educating all these new families that are showing up.
So as somebody that recently moved my child to Big Rapids, do you attribute it to Big Rapids getting bigger, or that ability to maybe choose schools? I mean, a lot of the jobs are here. People come here for work. It's easier. I mean, what are you seeing in terms of, is it like just Big Rapids is growing, or
why
where are
is
these
Big Rapids Public Schools blowing up so much?
I think a lot of it is the school of choice. I mean, we do provide a lot of great opportunities for our kids, and our staff have continued to excel, and I think people want to be a part of that. I mean, people want to be part of good things, and we've done a lot of great things. So that school of choice number is one that has grown. I do think you're seeing more people willing to move out of the city, and maybe they can work more remotely and are finding spaces in communities like ours. But really, a lot of it is just, I think, people wanting to be a part of a good thing, and we've had a lot of good things going on. The bond proposal being successful helped. I mean, I think we were able to make upgrades to our facilities, and people, again, having nice things. I think people
it doesn't go unnoticed.
It doesn't. I think people are proud of it, and you're able to walk into a building or a facility that you're proud to go to school there too. And so I think there's a lot of things. But I think the success brings more success,
right.
And we want to continue to do that.
I think the university, I think having a university here and those connections, you kind of, like you said, see the success and the growth of what Ferris is going through, and some kind of little trickle down.
We do have a great BRPS has a great relationship with Ferris, and it can be a really great great asset for kids. Hey. When is the first day of school? Let's give these people some useful information.
So the 21st, or excuse me, August 21st is when we begin. So a week from this Thursday. So next Thursday, it's a half day of school. Bring them in, go to all your classes, get the rules, your syllabus, figure out what's going on, lay of the land. We come back on Friday for a full day of school, and then we have a 4-day week prior to Labor Day, and then another 4-day week afterwards. So it's a nice, easy transition back into the start of the school year. Our teachers and staff come back next Monday for professional development. We're doing that Monday, Tuesday. That's when a lot of the open houses are taking place, where parents can come in, meet their teachers, get their schedules, kind of see what's going on. We have all that information posted on our website, and we also sent out a district newsletter that has a lot of that information as well. But they're back at it next Thursday.
Wow. Seems so fast, but I guess it's really not. I mean, that's pretty standard, huh?
It is.
Seems like,
I like the trickle in too. Instead of, I feel like when we started, it was 5 full days, and
it might have been September 1st, but it was you were right into it.
Yeah. But that 1 week, you get to know each other, get a weekend, and then hey, you're in school still, but here's an extended weekend. That works out for sure.
Well, there was a period of time where we were after Labor Day. We're in front of Labor Day now. And just where Labor Day falls this year, I think it does make it feel a little bit earlier, because I think Labor Day is the 1st of September, so it's the earliest it can be, and it just kind of pulls it forward. But we already have, we had band camp last week for a lot of our kids, so we got high school kids back. All the fall sports started this week. And so a lot of the kids are back in the buildings already. So it's time to get rolling.
It's moving.
We look forward to that, bringing that energy back, what our purpose is, and what we're all excited about being here for.
That's right. As a student, I felt by August, I was ready to get back to school. I know some people dread summer getting over with, but it was
Noble's pretty ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, you can only go swim and play video games
for
you
guys,
for so long.
For the educators, for the administrators, for the staff, this is like your season. You guys, you're in your off season, you're training, you're getting things ready, and now it's like you're excited. Your season's about to kick off.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're feeling it now, because you're wanting to make sure we have everything ready to go for when our kids come back. And you work so hard through the summer to prepare, but then it's here. You know what I mean? And so you got to be ready. And And we are, I mean, again, we've got a great team that is prepared to make sure our kids are going to get a great experience when they show up
Absolutely.
on the 21st.
Nice.
What about any changes? You guys travel the most miles. The buses, the Big Rapids public school system buses travel an unbelievable amount of miles. They cover a huge range. They travel. They'll travel great distances one way, just to pick up one kid who might really, really need transportation. How do you approach that side of things? Gearing up for a new year. Do you have the buses that you need? How's everything shaping up that way this year?
No, and we've got our transportation department is amazing. Our Mark Weller leads that department for us and does a great job. Bus drivers, that's a tough job, and
absolutely.
And the credit to our bus drivers is they do it daily, and they're keeping our kids safe.
I drove bus before.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah, it is.
And I think a cool statistic is we travel about 1,100 miles a day. And our buses do. So that's like driving to Florida. You know what I mean? Every day. When you think about that. And
isn't it something crazy like about 1 million? I mean,
I want to say it's more like 180,000 miles a year we travel.
They safely travel.
Safely transporting our kids.
Yeah.
And they do an amazing job doing that. And so, our board has made a plan of replacing a bus or two every year. Our bond allowed us to replace a larger number of buses a few years back. So our fleet is in a good spot right now.
That's great.
We also, this past year, our board allowed us to purchase a couple new vans. So we're able to transport, the smaller groups.
Right.
And that allows us to sometimes maybe not have
like
to
the
take
golf
a bus.
team had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And now we've got a couple more bus or vans.
Drake
like
had
that.
a freshman
Yep.
team basketball last year.
Plus,
a couple times.
exactly.
Plus, nowadays the buses all have systems on them for safety, so
sure.
that if if something were to happen to your child, it's not somebody's an eyewitness account or something. You actually have audio and video, all the time for the safety of the kids and the drivers as well. So
I'm glad. Well, and as you bring that up, we have cameras on the bus. We also have those cameras on the stop arms. As we transition back into school season, I think it's just a good reminder.
Please.
If you come up behind a bus and those red lights are flashing, you need to stop. Yes. I think sometimes people get in a big rush, but there's a reason why that comes out. There might be a kid crossing the road right in front of you, and so just give it that 30 seconds, and we're going to let you pass.
Yeah,
we'll get over. You can go by. We'll wait there all day. Yep.
Respect the buses, please. That's
good. I know you mentioned being a bus driver is a tough job, and sometimes it can be hard filling those jobs. Are those filled? Is there anything you guys need? You guys are looking for?
Good question. We do still have a need for bus drivers. There's always a need, and even if you're interested in being a sub bus driver, we have that need as well. We're pretty good for teachers. I know we're still looking for another English teacher right now. If there's been some transition, but we have a plan to make it work. We've hired all of our administrators. Just to share, we've got a new middle school principal, Dale Rogers, coming from Morley Stanwood. We're excited. He brings experience.
Yeah.
Stephanie Shaw is our new athletic director at the high school. She was
great. She
our
was the
athletic
assistant,
secretary,
right?
assistant, and then she went to Ferris to get that administrative experience. She was working for the Ferris athletic department. And we've been able to bring her back.
Oh, that's great.
And then you guys, our community member, Joe Bowman, decided to retire. He's been our tech director, our lone tech director ever. Because that's crazy when you think about it. There is no such job.
It is wild.
Excuse me, but he has since left, and we were able to hire Brandon Walter, who was his assistant, to replace him.
Well, that's great.
So we've got those pieces in place. We hired several new teachers.
That job is only going to get bigger. I bet you it won't be
be
long, and one person won't be able to.
And we have a couple assistants in the department and a whole team that works out of there as well. So,
very cool.
Especially a school district like Big Rapids, where we do have kids that are in pretty rural areas. This whole we're living through the period where it's almost like the Enlightenment or something, where as high speed broadband internet goes through the rural areas and people are able to have access to the same information as everyone else, and and maybe be able to do their schoolwork at the same pace and get the same references, etc. I'm excited for what that will do for opening some doors for kids in this area.
Absolutely. It should help to level the playing field, because clearly there has been the haves and have-nots, and the fact that it's becoming more accessible, definitely. And a lot of our curriculum has gone online. I mean, and so it's important to be able to make sure that kids have that same access in order to make sure that they have the same opportunities that every other kid has.
Like you said,
that's how they
level
want to learn
playing
too.
field.
Yeah, they do.
They do. I mean, they don't want to learn the old way anymore.
No.
Like how we went to school.
Right.
I mean, it's easier to do it in the car ride or whatever.
You know what? That's interesting. I would love to get your take on this, because I know you kind of have to. I mean, you're in classic academia. Kind of have. I mean, that's the model as program. I'm wondering how the future of education will look as memorization is less important. And the ability to reason might be the more the more critical component. What do you think about that? I mean, I'm an uneducated. I don't know anything about anything, but what do you think about that?
No, I think it's a great question, and it's conversations we're having right now as AI is coming around or alongside us. We're trying to make sure we're teaching kids the appropriate ways to use that. There are definitely benefits for using this technology, but we've got to figure out the right way to use it. I mean, we've almost taken a step back to some degree. This past year, we no longer allow cell phones in our high school during the class time.
That's good.
They can use them passing time, lunch, but
because Kenzie will tell you firsthand, they're only watching TikTok, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
That's it.
Well, and I'll be honest. I mean, we had a lot of kids tell us, "It's amazing, I got all my work done." You know what I mean? Because they didn't have their phone to be distracted by.
It's killing me.
Yeah.
Some days I just want to throw it against the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's less and less useful. And the only thing I never want it to do is ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
That's like the one thing I never like when it happens is when the phone rings. It's like, Anyway.
But you're right. The balance of that is having that phone. I mean, it's a computer. I mean, they have more, and that's why we originally said bring them into class, because they have immediate access to information. Right. Well, now that social media has become part of that, AI has become part of that, you're trying to pull it back a little bit to just say, hey, we got to work within some restrictions, for just what you're talking about. That the social is so important, and we've got to make sure we're still supporting that.
But that does not mean that they're like reading by candlelight. No, they've got Chromebooks.
Yeah,
they've got everything.
That's true.
They have all the technology.
And I'm sure they've got back ways to get into the game.
That's right.
Chromebooks too.
It's just trying to help them. Just unhook,
be in the moment,
just for a few minutes, and be in the moment, be in the learning environment.
Learning,
for sure.
But you're right. I mean, who was the 13th president is less important
or what's the capital of Zimbabwe?
Yeah,
right,
etc. It's right there. I can tell you in a second.
Right.
Just
give you could just say, "Hey Google," and it'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that ability to use that information,
critical thinking, being able to recognize what a good source is, maybe from a bad one. Because honestly, have you guys messed with ChatGPT 5 much yet?
A little bit.
Rubbish.
It is not good.
Rubbish.
There's been some swing and misses recently.
Forever rubbish. So you got to be able to discern.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Look at it like, that
more
doesn't
often,
seem right.
We're seeing videos. I'm telling you, we got to get a little segment here where we show either the funniest or weirdest or whatever clip. We got to start showing some video clips on this show, just because you just to have a good laugh. But we keep seeing ones that are just clearly fake.
Yes.
Just clearly generated by AI, which is okay, cool. But with millions of views.
To be fair, the kids are not going to be clowned by this kind of stuff. It's only the
you think it's just us?
The older people that don't know what they're looking at. They're like, no, it's got to be real. And they're like, no, that person was dead when that person was alive.
The Secretary of Education thought it was called A1. Right, 5 minutes ago. So we're not in we're a little ways disconnected. We might be disconnected generationally.
They are the way of the future, though.
And you're right, man. We're probably dinosaurs too.
Yeah.
Tim, what was how'd you get your start in education? Were you in athletics?
Well, no, I mean, I started as a teacher. I was a teacher and coach. I started in Carson City Crystal, and then I went to Chesaning, where I kind of got my first full-time job.
You were like a general education teacher?
Yeah,
You taught everything?
I taught. I was a social studies psychology teacher. In economics, all of those things is what I kind of focused on. Just kind of the backstory. My wife and I, she was teaching in Corunna, which is they're both kind of on the east side of the state, and kind of like rival schools. And we knew when we wanted to start to have a family, we decided to come. We looked, and that's when we came to Big Rapids. I think 23 years ago is when we came to Big Rapids. I was assistant principal athletic director when we first came.
Yeah, there it is. I thought
and then
so.
She was hired as a high school English teacher. She's still high school English teacher and coach. And then I became high school principal for 7. And then I just finished my 14th year as superintendent.
Wow. Now, why Big Rapids? Was it because you got the job? Or
no,
did you pick it?
We looked for it. We're both from Greenville originally, and so
Not far.
We wanted to be close enough, but yet far enough away. When you're in, and it was a community that was very similar to what we grew up in, and we knew that if we wanted to raise a family, we wanted a family or a community where you felt comfortable raising your family, and Big Rapids has been a great place to raise our family. Our kids, when we came here, we had no kids. We now have 4 kids.
We'll just clip that. That'll be a little commercial for Big Rapids. That's why.
Well, and when we came, we had no kids.
Yeah.
We have 4 kids. Oldest is in college. He actually goes to Ferris State. And then I've got a son that's going to be a senior, son that's going to be a sophomore, and we've got a 6th grader. I mean, and it's just been a great place for us.
Officially, Big Rapids is better than Greenville.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Okay. We are just, I think, what are we, 45 minutes in or something like that? It's probably pretty good. I don't want to take up too much of your time, Tim. Anything else you want to, I had a few other notes, but honestly, what do you think maybe is important that maybe people should know or would like to know that we didn't get to?
I think it's important as we're starting out a new school year, just trying to get your kids back on a routine, making sure that we're getting to bed at a decent time as best you can.
Amen.
Trying to get back into that routine. I think the other thing is don't be afraid to ask questions. If we're trying to put out as much as information as we possibly can, but I'm sure we're missing something. I mean, if you have questions, reach out. Contact the teacher, contact the principal, contact our office, and we'll get back to you. We want to make sure that you have all your answers before the school year starts. I think the other big thing is I want our community to know we've really focused on safety, and we've really put a lot of time in making sure we have procedures in place, we have the tools in place to make sure we're providing a safe environment for our kids when they come to school. And again, I feel that we've got an amazing team from the school board to our teachers, to our staff, to our students, to our parents. I really think it's a great place for people to be a part of, and I think it's a great place for your kids to go to school. I think I would not send my kids here if I didn't truly believe in it, and I have the utmost belief in our team here at Big Rapids.
That's good.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. I 100% believe that as well. I think that our kids have been so lucky to be Big Rapids Cardinals because I wasn't. Neither one of us were. Pat and I, haven't we been whinging about this every week lately?
A lot of complaining.
Yeah, because they just did the Big Rapids all-class reunion. Yeah, of course, we're not welcome. Yeah. We're not. We're persona non grata because neither of us are Cardinals. Even though I've served on the school board, and we've got kids in the schools now.
I have to go and drink when he graduates.
Does not count.
Yeah.
But even when I was in high school, I was jealous of kids that got to go to Big Rapids.
Yep.
A couple of the kids I went to school with, their parents took advantage of school of choice, and they drove them to Big Rapids every day.
We made fun of Big Rapids.
Yeah, we did too.
Strictly out of just being
right, just jealousy.
Just jealousy.
We did too. But you know what? Even then, I thought, man, that's the place to be, and
got it going on.
It's going great. My My oldest son got a great education. My youngest son is getting a great education. This is going to be his last year of middle school.
Ooh, he's a grown boy.
I know it. And I walk him to school every day. This is it, man. This is the last year I get to walk
Start
him
working
to
on
school.
those 5Ks and you're at the dog.
Jogging up to high school. No. Might have to buy a new house or something, get closer. But
Tim, if anything comes up throughout the year, you want to let us know. We want to put us on the show.
That's true. Let us be a resource
We can be a
for
resource
the schools. If there's, if you've got a person who sort of does press stuff or lets people know, send it our way too, and we'll try to make sure we get out there.
Happenings,
and every once in a while,
opportunities.
We'll get you or one of your staff on to just keep us updated on what's going on with Big Rapids Public Schools.
Please do. I mean, anytime you guys want us to come to share celebrate what's going on at our schools, we'd be more than happy to do that.
Love that. And you know what? You guys, the school board typically meets the second Mondays?
Yep, second Monday of every month.
You want to talk about I mean, my favorite part of the school is that it is a celebration. It's constantly high fives, pats on the back, cheering on these kids who are winning awards, winning scholarships, winning entry to prestigious universities, winning Emmys and stuff, winning all sorts of stuff. It's awesome. It's incredible to get to. I almost think about it as like you guys, you're sort of just creating a stable platform for these kids to jump from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good way to say it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great way to say it.
Anyway, so I appreciate you being such a stable presence at the helm, because that I think has kept so many of the other wolves from our door. Just having that stability, getting us through the COVID shakeup, was massive. When everyone else was in chaos, we weren't. We were rationally moving forward with the information that we had, doing the best that we could, and I think we owe that to you. So thanks again for being a guest. Thanks for coming on What's Up Big Rapids.
Yes.
And I guess before we get out of here, we probably better turn it over to Dominic and see if he can ruin our momentum with some corrections.
Well, let me just ask you guys, the 13th president of the United States, I wrote down my guess. I was
Lincoln.
wrong.
That's Lincoln 16.
I thought it was 16.
Hold on.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren. That's where I forget the rest of the stuff. Dom, tell us what it is, man.
Millard Fillmore.
Oh, such a good one, too.
Fillmore.
Yeah, my guess was Andrew Johnson. He was the 17th
I
president.
had Andrew Johnson going in my
I
head.
Fillmore or Van Buren or something like that, but I couldn't remember.
And the capital of Zimbabwe is Harare.
Harare. Did you look up the pronunciation?
Of course.
Absolutely, I
figured you
did.
did.
Thank you very much, Pat.
We didn't mean to offend our Zimbabwean
No.
listeners.
I memorized it, did the map quiz, and then forgot it.
The point was more
like everybody
about
else.
the fact that we don't need to. All we got to do is say, "Hey Siri, what's the capital of Zimbabwe?" And it'll just tell
Somebody's
us.
Siri's going off right now.
See, I put mine on Do Not Disturb. I should be all right. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, listen, I thought that was a really good show. Right?
was.
No, unless we get to editing this and it turns out that we have no show. But as far as I can tell, that was a good show. And so hopefully you had a good time. Tim Haist, our guest, hopefully you had a good time being here. Thank you to our production staff, Dominic Pace, Kenzie Foreman, for keeping this train on the tracks. Okay, we managed not to crash it into a mountain this week. And so with that, that's What's Up, Big Rapids. We're your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And remember, kids, kindness is contagious. Go out there and be the example you want to see in the world. We're all watching. We're rooting for you. Hit it, Dom.
See you next week.